Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be a match on Circuit Breakers between Rush and Action. Best is watching, Starman is watching. I think Starman is light. One of his Smurf names, top right, gonna be our player Rush, or bottom right rather, Rush. He's not an ASL champion. He did win an ASL Team League tournament, but in the finals, he was the only player to lose a map for his team. Top right, we're going to have Action. He's our Zerg player. I like him a lot. I like him very much as a Zerg player. That, you know, not one of the legends, but definitely one who's getting better all the time. I really like what Action brings to the channel. This is another RJB replay sent to me. Check him out at RJBTV on YouTube. Oh, it's raining outside. You probably can't hear that. Hold on. Yeah, no, you can't hear that. Microphone's not going to allow you to hear that one outside the house. Anywho, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Things are good here. Enjoying the rain. It's cooling us off. You know, I'm casting this in August of 2022, so it's a very hot time in the history of the world, that's for sure. Terror the Overlord scouting the right direction. Got the correct order, engaged, and executed that order perfectly. Bum 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 ba-dum. Alright, well, hatch first in it. Nothing too crazy here from Action. It's a 4-player map. This is a map that tanks are very good on, and Rush, by golly, is good with those tanks. So we'll see if he uses the tanks. He could not. He could completely choose to forego the tanks. That's one of the great things about StarCraft, is that unlike other competitive games, you're not forced into doing anything. Zerg players can be a little bit reactive to what their enemies are doing, but they also have a lot of choice to be assertive and aggressive too. Do you want to go for a Hydra Lurker bust against Terran? Sure. Do you want to go Lurker Muta? Sure, do that. You want to go a million Lings early? Do it, man. No one's stopping you. Do you want to make 100 Mutalisks like Soma does? That's an option too. That's what I'm saying. And for Terran, it's like, yeah, do you want to go Marines and Firebats? Do you want to go Marines and Medics, Medics and Firebats? Do you want to get tanks? Do you want to open up with Vultures? Do you want to make some Valkyries to counter the Mutalisks your enemy is going for? Do you want to make Valkyries just to kill enemy Overlords and supply block your opponent? That's what's great. So many other games, especially RTSs, can fall into this trap of like, oh, this one thing is good. This one strategy is good. This one unit is good. If I don't make this, I'll die. And StarCraft is not that way. And it's the reason that I love it. And I continue to be a huge fan of it. How many years later now? It's 24 years later now? 98. Yeah, it's 24 years, man. A little bit of aggression here. Yeah, do you want to send a single Marine across the map and try to kill the Zerg player with it? You can try. Does it not work? That's fine. Go home, keep macro, and keep making those SCVs as you're doing, Rush. You know, he does compete in ASL. He's been very competitive. I think he took 5th place in one of the more recent ones. So look, man, if you're the 5th best player in an ASL, what are we complaining about? You are the elite of the elite. Have you never won one? No, but how many players have? That's actually a good question. How many players have won an ASL? How many different players? Somebody knows. Somebody in the comments can let me know. I don't know. It's a hard question. Anyway, Alaire coming in before Metabolic Boost. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Zerg player and you just want to play like the pros do and try to emulate them, let's do that, man. If you're playing a macro style with like a hatch first, you're not planning on Ling flooding your opponent anyway. Just go first 100 gas, go for that lair, and then get Metabolic Boost if you want. The spread of Lings and that Overlord too. Just looking. He's looking to see if there's a little group of Marines moving out at all. And Terry found him. He didn't die. Good job, Terry. I'm very impressed with you that way. The SCV will get saved by his buddies. These were Speedlings. No, I don't know. If these were Speedlings, they couldn't beat this many Marines. Absolutely not. They'd do better than Slowlings would. But Speedlings closing that gap fast? I mean, this is a lot of Marines. This is the scouting group of Lings, right? This isn't trying to really win the game or kill any SCVs necessarily. Although if they can, that'd be great. He's going to try, as he did earlier, but he's just here to see how many Marines exactly are being produced. The answer is a lot. Much. Many. See? Oh, yeah. Oh, and he sees the medics too? Dude, that vision persisted there for a while. So he's like, yeah, Sunkens, let's go. This is a 2-base timing attack with stim. Yep, stim timing attack here from our guy, Rush. And action's like, you need Sunkens to survive this. It's a lot of lings to kill this thing, and my economy would be in the toilet. So we're going to sacrifice 3 drones, turn them all into Sunkens. Stim, go now. Go now. Ah, what's that drone? I don't know. Oh, there's only 2 Sunkens. We're trading right now, pulling the drones to try to buy time. Oh, the second Sunken pop. Pull the drones back. And the hold, it works. The hold works. It was very scary for a second there. A bunch of drones did die. It's 22 workers now. He had 29? I think he had 29. Oh, that's a beautiful Ling jump, though. Jumped on those Marines with their speed upgrade. Mutalisks on the way here, too. Well, turret production needs to begin post-haste. It's not happening, is it? No. There's an engineering bay. Turrets? Oh, there are turrets. Okay, turrets now coming up. Somewhere. Not in the main, right in the natural mineral line instead. Okay. Man, if the Mutas could fly around. Okay, turret's coming up now. All right, fine. He's cool. Look, again, Rush. Amazing at this game. Firebat's here to deal with smaller numbers of lings. And then the Mutas are like, how about you kill none of my lings? How's that sound, boys? Bad. That's how Firebats die. So additional turrets are here. Good. 3 turrets up in the natural base. The main base has got 1, which doesn't seem like enough. Really? I mean, there's only 6 Mutalisks out. Lurker Aspect is coming in. If you're not going to go for a lot of Mutas... Oh, hang on. Hold your horses. We've got 9 of them out. 9 Mutalisks out. We're going to try to pick off the Marine game here. A 3rd base from action would actually be really good. Because I really don't see this attack doing enough to slow down the Terran. Yeah, it's dicey. One Ling commits suicide, the other one chooses not to do that. The Mutas are buying time for the Lurker Aspect to finish. Because once that happens, suddenly the Marines and the medics are like, oh, this is not really our scene. We need to wait for science vessels before we can do much here, you know? I mean, you can. If you're really good with Marine and medic, you can jump on Lurkers if there's only a couple of them. You have to do a really good split and a great spread. But it can work out. It totally can. Starport coming in with the factory hovering. I don't know why the factory is off the ground. Not sure what that's all about. But yeah, 11 Mutalisks out. We're getting upgrades for them? No, absolutely not. We're using that gas for Lurkers and a Queen's Nest instead. 3rd base? Really vulnerable, actually. And Rush... Oh, this is where games are made or broken for Zerg. Can you protect your 3rd base from the Marines that are going to be out in this matchup at this time of the game? If you can, you're in a much better position. If you can't, oh, bad times for all. The Ling Muta does clear out half of this army, but not enough to stop this hatch from dying, I don't think. Run! Kill the hatchery before the Mutas prevent it! Are you serious? What are you guys doing? Why are you split up? Dude, he saved it. Action, you boss. That was amazing. I thought for sure that hatchery was dead. There were stimmed Marines attacking it. Nothing can withstand stim Marines. But apparently, if they only have +1 and there aren't, a lot of them, you can actually survive as a hatchery for a small amount of time. That's exactly what happened. So there you go. 3rd base. We've got Lurkers at the top of the ramp now. All is well. Are they stacked? Of course they are. Stacked Lurkers. Hot stuff. Really, really good stuff. 3rd base coming in from Rush. And they could expand from him. Not defended by anything at all. 12 Lings coming down here could ruin this. But, the Zerg has to achieve that. And has to have the information of what's going on there in order for that to happen. Dropship. I love the dropships from Rush. Rush is good with them. He's very good with them. We'll see what he's able to pull off here today with them. Because dropships, great. If you run into Scourge, not as good. And dropships aren't particularly incredibly fast. So that's why we don't see a lot of them in StarCraft, is because, you know, they're just not that fast. And they're just 2 Scourge kill him, but I mean 2 Scourge kills a shuttle too, so that's not all that different, you know. Here we go, trying to unload. Dude, that Ling response. Oh, okay. So this drop achieved nothing at all. Wow. So he saw it coming. I guess this Overlord provides just enough notice. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Once again, Marines do not want to attack it into entrenched Zerg position where there are lurkers. No thank you. Ooh, the double expand from Rush. I like it. It's aggressive. It's risky. If you're going to beat somebody as good as Action here, you kind of got to do it, though. That's what I'm here for. I love risks in StarCraft. So many games, it's just players playing it safe, right? Not taking huge risks. But this is awesome. Expanding out, double expanding out, nothing defending this either. Lings roll down this way, bam, they force a cancel. That's a bunch of money that you're out. Really annoying, really slows down what you're trying to do economically. It ruins your day. But Action's more focused on his macro and his tech. He's getting Consume already. He's getting Adrenal Glands already at 11 minutes, which is really fast, actually, for a ZVT to have those out. So he's just going to try to go macro head-to-head here with his Terran opponent, Rush. Oh, Barracks floating out. Mech transition underway. Ooh, I didn't see it coming. Didn't see it coming. All right, man. This is great. So he does have, you know, the double starport for the double science vessel stuff. It's like, okay, if we can keep the Zerg player... Oh, he's expanding again. Dude, Rush, you absolute madman. What is going on? I like it. I like it a lot. This group of Marines and medics absolutely gets obliterated. Thanks for coming. Y'all dead. Okay, so... My gosh. See, the plan here... The irradiates! Oh. Goodbye, all of the Mutalisks. Dude, So the plan for Rush is you attack into mech, you expand a bunch of times. Your plan is to be on 5 bases while the Zerg player is on 3, and then you go mech. Dude, a 5 basing mech player versus a 3 basing Zerg player? Zerg player's not winning that. Not by any stretch. There's no way. So he comes Dark Swarms down here. Spider Mines kill a bunch of the lurkers. This one's not dead. That's all you need is just the one lurker, right? Come out into these Spider Mines, the lurker boys. And the expansion. Can he fit it here? No, because there's a lurker in the way. Oh, that's funny. So we're clearing out Spider Mines with the Lings. Beautiful job there. And Action doing some good stuff here. That's another expansion. What is this? This is some of the most aggressive expanding I've ever seen in a TVZ, and he's trying to mech with it too. Maybe he's flying too close to the sun. You have irradiates, boys. Oh yeah, got all the irradiates. Every irradiate you could ever want. Except for this one. This one's not irradiated. Amazing. Dude, this is some of the most incredible, aggressive macro stuff I've ever seen. Rush! What are you doing? Like, Action's one of the better macro Zerg players right now, and Rush is making him look silly. Map control belongs entirely to the Terran player right now. He's sending vultures in to try to kill these lurkers, which kind of works, I guess. It did. Whatever, it's fine. Scourge. Oh. All right, Rush. I know you're trying to do a million things at once right now, but maybe pay closer attention to your science vessels. That was unopposed murder. Wow. Okay. We're going ultras, man. Anabolic synthesis is on the way. Ultralisks versus mech, not really. In my experience, that's a not really thing. Ultras, they just... Spider Mines kill them real easy. Tanks kill them real easy. We're making 3 tanks at a time. Spider-Man's getting laid everywhere because, yeah, we know how to play mech, don't we, Rush? Yes, Rush says we do. Definitely. He's just, this is so much. He's got 80, he's got 90 SCVs. Nice Plague. It's a 6 basing Terran versus a 4 basing Zerg. This is not something that is tenable. This is not sustainable. I don't know how this turns into anything but a win for Rush at this point. He took the risk, he gambled, he won. And I mean, I've had games like this. I played against Terran to just expand 4 times in the first 6 minutes, and I'm like, what? I'm trying to macro and tech up over here. What are you doing? And then if you can't slow it down, you can't punish it because you're trying to get tech. You're just in trouble. You're economically in a horrific position. Vulture's running around because that's what they do. Say this a lot, but the best Terran players, when they play mech, their Vultures are active. If you're just sitting your Vultures back at home, you're not using them right. They're Mutalisks. They're really fast. They're meant to be harassing units. So if your Mutas are sitting at home, you're using them wrong. Same thing for Vultures. It's just, that's the philosophy behind it. Ooh, this is a good drop, though. This is some pretty good stuff. So we're going to drop, we're going to Dark Swarm, going to Ling and Ultra this thing. All right, Ultra comes out. Not really attacking anything at the moment, are you, sir? No, but another Ultra comes down without being dropped. Oh, dead. All right, so yeah, the Ultras die. No tanks die. This Lurker's back here. He's got 7 kills. Rush has 94 SCVs. Oh, Scourge connections on the science vessels, though. And what do I always say about a meching Terran? Zergs that know how to drop against them are 89% better than Zergs that don't know how to drop against them. This is some good stuff. Even if it doesn't work, I'd much rather a Zerg player attempt drops against a meching Terran than just run across open ground towards endless lines of tanks and die en masse. This, you know, was good. Once again, yes, some SCVs died. It's still 93 SCVs. However, it's not the greatest. Not the greatest of outcomes here. But anything you can do as a Zerg player to keep the Terran on the back foot, as I talk about all the time, is going to be very, very good. Exceptionally good. All right, action. Not expanding behind this. I'm really surprised by that. He's getting some stuff done. He's killed about 5 SCVs so far. I'm not going to complain about that. We've got Ultras running free inside a base that has no defense on it whatsoever. And Morling's cruising across. Okay. All right, that's it. I mean, if you're going to do anything against a meching Terran player who has 6 bases, drops are good, and then when they pull back to defend against the aforementioned drops, then you just send Lings across the map and attack them across the ground, because where's the army? Not here! The army is not here! Dude, action! What an absolutely amazing reversal on display here. That was so smart. Drops, pulls the mech army back all the way. See, now we're here. And this is where the Zerg army dies. I mean, sure, they're going to take some tanks with them. I'm not going to say they just die without getting anything done. But, I mean, this is a lifted off base for a minute. This is a lifted off base. The worker count is down to 71. 71. There were 93 SCVs just a minute ago. That's 20 SCVs killed during all of these attacks at 4 separate locations. This is kind of one location, but 4 separate bases of action, or of rush here, by action. This is crazy. Adrenal gland Lings, of course they are. Getting further upgrades. It's 174 to 115 supply, though. Rush is still way, way ahead. Trying to expand 12 o'clock, trying to expand to this minerals only base. In the top right here is action. I feel like he should have started this process a while ago. More drops. More drops, baby. Here we go. A little Dark Swarm, little Plague action. That tank dies thanks to the help of the Plague spell. This Ultra says, hey, Ultra versus tank. Rawr. Rawr. I got friends. Yeah, that's right. You got friends. You got friends in high places. 63 drones, 76 SCVs right now. 5 ultras at a time being produced. Man after my own heart. You know what unit I love probably too much are Ultralisks. Are they the answer to everything? No! Do I make them in response to everything? I sure do. And it's often not good, but I just love them too much. Another fantastically executed drop here. Tanks dying. That Defiler needs to do something, like, now. Oh, he Dark Swarmed over here? Interesting choice, I guess. On the other side, this is a great game. Wow. Lings and Ultras just dealing with a smaller group of tanks. This isn't 15 siege tanks. That was like 9. And they're going to win this fight, but not as handily as if they were 15 there. Lings inside the Dark Swarm drags the Lings outside the Dark Swarm. Fantastic move from Action there. And all right, 171 to 120 supply. Rush is still looking good. Oh, did I say by Action? By Rush there. Rush is looking great. And I think Action's made some really, really good moves. But is it enough? That's always the question. If one player's way ahead and the other player makes some good moves, the question is it enough? Oh no, this is across the open field stuff I was talking about. How many Ultras have died here today? Like 25? It's been a lot of Ultras over the last 3 minutes. He's still pumping more of them out here. Just open field running. I don't like it. And they're drop it. Drop them on top of these tanks. I mean, this is kind of working. He's doing some tank micro, which is hilarious, but effective. To a certain extent, it's better than just sitting your units there and letting them die. And Overlord's still hanging here. A lot of buildings on fire. This is great. This is a really solid back and forth game, but that 172 to 114 number, it keeps coming back here. Can Action get a worker count up? Can Action take every base on his side of the map? He doesn't want to take these left or right ones because siege tanks parked here can destroy you. I've noticed the Terran player hasn't taken them either. I don't know if that's what that is exactly. Maybe he's just baiting the Zerg player to take them so he can remove them from his whole setup here. But, I mean, these are, what are the upgrades? 3 attack, 1 armor on the mech stuff. The Zerg units. Spider-Mine took down a Defiler. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. The Lings are at 2 attack and 3 armor and Adrenal. Just sending small groups of them down here to clear out Spider-Mine fields. If you're sacrificing a couple Lings for Spider-Mines, much, much better than Ultralisks getting hit with Spider-Mines at all. At all. And then there's sufficient defense down here to the south. As long as these guys are microed, and they are now. They're getting microed now. And the Spider-Mine gets sniped. Okay. Okay. Suddenly Action turning a situation that was really dicey into a much better one. Stop chasing that Vulture. Kill other stuff instead. There we go. But additional Vultures join the party and clear the Lings out. No, all good. All good. 184 to 146 supply. Once the Terran is set up in front of your main base, it's tough. Zerg players have a really, really hard time replacing their mains. Like, Protoss can kind of do it. They're used to it. Zergs are not as much. I like this. Just little Ling attacks. Just down through areas you've already cleared of Spider-Mines. Right, get in here, kill those SCVs, get into this bottom left base. There's a couple tanks down here, but not really enough siege tanks. Friendly Fire Splash kills that guy mostly. This is a bloodbath. Actually, these SCVs are doing okay because for some reason everybody wants to come up here. That's where the production is, I guess. This is chaos. What a chaotic match this is right now. An Ultralisk gets into the mineral line. Lings and Ultras trying to reinforce this in the bottom right, catch up with reinforcing units from the Terran player. Rush trying to save this area. This Ultra gets irradiated. He kills the Zergling fighting with him, but while irradiated, takes down a tank. He's got a disability. He's not letting it slow him down. 169 to 144 supply. Rush is still up. He's still got a pretty dicey position. Well, for him, it's a good position. But for Action, it's not great at all, actually. These tanks are just kind of sitting back. It's a turkey shoot, man. He's just turkey shooting units as they come out of the main base. That's not ideal. Spider-Mine's connecting. Siege tanks trying to do that big damage. But my gosh, you can't do tank micro all the time. Lings assisting their Ultralisk buddy. This is crazy. I don't know. 151 to 112 total supply. This hatch is gone. That top right minerals only base is gone. The 12 o'clock of Action looks like it's in a tough place too. But this bottom left of Rush is in shambles. Getting Lings into this mineral line seems like a better idea. Continuing to pump tanks out of this, though. Dude, these cracklings, though? Tanks are not built for this stuff. They're not built to have Zerglings hit them super duper fast all the time. Although we did survive that attack. Well done by him. 12 o'clock, guys. Action taps out. And Rush. ASL not champion yet, Rush, but very, very good Terran player. Rush is your winner in 25 minutes of just sheer domination from him. I mean, look, it wasn't sheer domination. Let's not say the Action had no chance in this game. I don't know that I've ever seen a Terran player pull this off before, where he just expands third real fast, fourth real fast, fifth and sixth come very quickly too, while he kind of keeps pressure on with Marines and Medics and Firebats and stuff and Science Vessels, and then he just swaps over into Mech. And that's it. And if you're a 6 base meching Terran player on this map, that's just kind of your win condition, isn't it? Like, doesn't mean that's all you have to do. Get 6 bases and make some siege tanks and you'll win. That's what Falcon said. No, like, you still have to be macroing like crazy and spending all the money that you're making, and apparently get up to 93 SCVs at some point. Your money is off the charts. You're producing tanks by the dozens, vultures by the dozens. Action had the right idea. Drops attacking into multiple positions at once. Very good. He did he really hurt the Terran player quite a bit. He took down that SCV count from 93 to 67. Not bad, not a small feat at all. But then this army, this tank army, just tough. Rolling, gets that win. But I think every base of the Terrans was under attack by Zerg units at some point. The drops were great. The clearing out spider mines with the Lings was great, but he just couldn't handle this push, which wasn't huge. But by golly, it was enough. 10, 12, 7, 6, 0. How? 12, 7, 3, and you guys have a pair of 3 kills there. Incredible. Like, really, just Rush knocked my socks off in that game. Great. Where's my music? There it is. 212,000 points there from Rush, 204,000 from Action. Outproduced the Terran player 770 to 562. No, that doesn't make sense. The kill death ratio is a 2-to-1. There we go. There it is. Rush obviously got a great kill death ratio because he was meching for a large portion of that game. And then resources spent, not good. If Rush outspends you as a meching Terran by 2,000 resources, you deserve to lose. Not only you deserve to lose, but it's going to happen. It's just an eventuality. It's a true eventuality. Man. You know, like I said, Rush is one of the best. One of the best Terran players in the world. And that shows it. This shows it right here. Wow. All right, good. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.